What's up, people? Welcome back to Jay's World, and as usual, another story, another reaction story, from Facebook. I think this one is kind of funny, but there was still a lesson from it. That's why I'm reacting to it. So, without wasting much time, let's get to it. But before that, please, people, kindly like, comment, and subscribe. Show the boys some love. As usual. Really appreciate you guys coming through for me once again. Yeah. So, let's start. I'm reading. I first met Helen at a mother's shop in 2019. When I said I couldn't stop admiring her, I had been buying from that shop for almost a year and had never seen her before. So imagine my surprise when her mother told me Helen was actually her daughter. She explained that Helen had been living with her father in another region because of school. I can't fully describe how I felt that day. All I knew was that I was completely captivated. Everything about her had my attention. My heart seemed to be beat differently whenever I thought about her. She occupied my mind day and night. Her smile, her voice, her beautiful lips, her figure, even the way she moved around the shop, everything about her seemed magical. Wow. To me, she was more beautiful than any woman I'd ever seen. My entire body yearned for her. I was ready to trade everything I had for a moment with her. It even got to the point where I couldn't eat nor sleep when I remembered her. The situation became serious. The moment I got my hands on any money, I found an excuse to visit their shop. I didn't even care what I was buying. My mission wasn't shopping, it was seeing Helen. At first, I was too shy to say much to her, but after a while, we started joking about how often I visited the shop. Gradually, I became more comfortable and began slipping in personal questions just so I could get to know her better. This went on for about 5 months. One day, I finally gathered enough courage to ask her a number. She laughed and refused. I asked again another day, same answer. Then several other days, same answer. According to Helen, she didn't give a number to small boys. Now this was confusing because I was actually older than she was. Still, I refused to give up. My heart simply couldn't accept defeat. I started buying her little gifts and making sure I wore my best clothes whenever I visited the shop. I wanted to see her that I wanted her to see that I was serious. I was a serious man and not the small boy she thought I was. Unfortunately, nothing changed. Anytime I left her a tip, she returned it and told me she didn't need my chicken change and that I should give it to my mother instead. The respect was premium. For almost a year, I kept trying. Eventually, my brain accepted what my heart refused to believe. I wasn't a type. Then fate decided to intervene. One morning around 3 a.m., I woke up to study for an exam. There was a shop opposite our house where I usually sat because the light was better there. While studying, I noticed a shadow quickly moved behind the house a few blocks away. Instead of minding my business like a sensible human being, I decided to investigate. As I got closer, I noticed a strange smell. Then I looked behind the parked car and I saw someone squatting over the gutter with the feet wide apart, releasing some rockets into the gutter. Our neighborhood frowned heavily on that kind of thing, so I was ready to raise an alarm. Then I moved closer and there she was, my crush, Helen. The lady who had refused to even give me a number for a year. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The mighty Helen, the untouchable Helen, the I don't give my number to small boys Helen. I was looking at everything. She couldn't just stand up. So she froze and I froze too because I couldn't take my eyes off what I was in the middle of her legs and she didn't know how to get up. For a few seconds we both froze, but she realized I was looking and she didn't know how to just get up and she dressed how to just get up and dress without wiping her ass. Finally she spoke. I know what I'm doing is wrong, but please stop looking so I can dress up. I can explain. Like a gentleman, I took one final glance and turned around. After she finished, she explained that she had diarrhea and couldn't make it all the way to the toilet. But before she could finish her story, I interrupted, yelling, Helen, I honestly didn't think you poo. You behave like you are more special than the rest of us humans. She started giving me a long explanation, but I wasn't buying it. In my mind, she had fallen from her throne. She was just like the rest of us. Actually worse, because I would never use the community gutter. From that day, my romantic feelings disappeared. Ironically, things changed after that. Suddenly, Helen wanted to be my friend. She asked for my number several times. She even tried visiting me at home. But the same man who once couldn't sleep because of her smile now had no interest at all. I never gave her my number. For years. I eventually left the neighborhood. She kept trying to get closer, but the opportunity had passed. And I had seen the, I don't know whether it's pitch or whatever over there. Sometimes the people who act like they are sitting on top of the world are standing on the same ground as everyone else. Never let anyone make you feel small. Value yourself, keep improving, and enjoy your life. The right people wouldn't need convincing to. Okay, The reason why this part, where he said something, people act like that part and what he said before, the might selling, the whatever. That's why I wanted to stress. So, the lesson, I mean, we can all take from this story is how we perceive other human beings sometimes, especially from the men. We men, you come across this woman, you're gonna be so smitten by her beauty to the extent that you'll be like, oh God, ah, you can't even think through, you can't even think clear, bro. You are like, you just want to know her, you just want to get to know her, you just want to be in her life, you just want to do everything to have her to the extent that you don't even envision her like a normal human being. He stated that he found her pooing and he saw whatever he had to see, and so all of a sudden he lost interest and everything. But why should it even get to that extent before you actually have that kind of mindset for her? That's the question. Like, most of the time, if only we human beings, mostly men, you can be so logical in everything we do. You get me? Being logical will have helped him a while back. Like, why would that? She's a human being. Everything you do, she does it. She's just a woman. So why would you have to like go through all this trouble? Thinking about her, envisioning about her, fantasizing about her beauty and everything. You are so in your head to the extent that you're not thinking, she's just another human being. Let me just go to her, introduce myself, talk to her. If she says no, move on, bro. There's no need for you to draw this and draw it and draw it. Like, sometimes some men don't even get to see it this way, but some men rather will push till she will accept you. Deep down, she knows she doesn't love you, drain you of everything you have, leave you for dead. You get me? And I think I reacted to one story. I think the first story I reacted to when I started, this my particular approach in this is the first story I reacted to anonymously. I think the first story, yeah, it was the same thing. He dated a girl for 5 years, and all of a sudden she's telling him that she doesn't want to have anything to do with him again, with excuses and lies, bro. It always comes down to some of these few things we overlook. Common sense, bro. If a woman likes you, she'll do ABC. If she doesn't like you, she'll do ABC. As long as you look presentable, you actually have your life, sorted out. You don't have to you don't have to own a house, have a car. At least you can pay your bills. You are trying your best to take care of your family, your siblings. You are doing your best to live a comfortable life, and you actually look presentable as a man. You have a dream. You have something you're working towards. That's enough. That's enough for you to see a woman and feel like I'm enough to actually approach her, introduce myself to her, and see how it goes. You don't have to feel like, no, I have to do more, do some monkey flips, impress her, try and be doing things that obviously, it's not normal. Like, normally, I can tell you for sure, this same guy that is here all of a sudden losing interest. The first few days he met the girl, she already knew he liked her based on what he was doing. And mind you, most women would rather lose respect for you and take you for granted. The moment they realize that you are going to play the long game with them, when you can just be so forthcoming. He wanted a number. He has been going to the store for only God knows how long, only for a number, which means he wasn't even bold enough to let her know, hey, I see you, I like you, I would like to know more about you. He just wanted a number. And she could see he was playing the long game, and that's why she kept wasting his time till he gave up, and whatever happened before he realized that, so she's a human being, and he had to just wake up from that dream. So man, let's try and at least try and make things easy for us. There's no need for you to keep chasing a woman over and over again because you are still looking at her from that, I don't know whether I should say fantasy or whatever. She's a human being, bro. As long as you're not wearing racks, you're not sleeping on the floor, you look presentable, you smell good, introduce yourself to her, approach her. Confidence comes into all this. So I'm gonna do other videos on this, but for now, I hope people can also say some things about this story because it's kind of funny, and that's one thing I wanted to highlight about it. So that's the end of the story. As usual, kindly like, comment, and subscribe. Show your boys some love. Till we meet again. Yeah, later.